Speaking of Sean Monahan, he was dealt as well. We talked about how the Flames botched his ordeal when they just gave him to Montreal and a first-round pick because they wanted to get away from that contract. Lo and behold, he has found his game with the Montreal Canadiens. He's playing very, very good. And with Elias Lindholm gone, Monahan was very, very, very highly coveted. The Jets didn't waste any time. Winnipeg Jets got Sean Monahan for a first-round draft pick. Isn't that bonkers? 1 year ago, literally 12 months ago, the Calgary Flames had to give someone a first-round draft pick to get Sean Monahan. Now the Montreal Canadiens are getting a first-round draft pick for Sean Monahan. So this is what the Montreal Canadiens did. They got a high-end hockey player from the Calgary Flames for free. They got the Calgary Flames to give them a first-rounder. Then they trade said high-end hockey player for a first-rounder. The Montreal Canadiens just got 2 first-rounders for free for 3 months of hockey from Sean Monahan, where he played great. Isn't that astounding how that works out? Crazy.
They're looking like geniuses right now. They
Ken
really are.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, and like you said, like in that interim where you had him on your roster, he's played the best hockey he's played in 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? So just really, really special for them. But for the Jets, this is a good piece for them. Like obviously it's a pretty hefty price, but they needed the center depth, and it was going quickly. It already wasn't a deep market for centers, and then all of a sudden you have Lindholm gone. What's left except Monahan and Adam Henrique, and then it kind of falls off from there. So you get Monahan. He's going to add to their depth. Scheifele's on the IR right now, but he's fine. He'll be back. Got Scheifele as your 1C, and then you kind of fill out the rest. Probably Nemestikov as your 2, Monahan as your 3, Lowry as your 4, most likely. That's pretty good. It's not Vancouver level, you know. It's not like some of the other teams, not Edmonton or whatever, anything like that. But it's better, and I have to think that the Jets aren't done yet either.
No, they're going for it. Like they're all in, and you very rarely see this from Kevin Cheveldayoff. Usually he's, dip his toe in free agency at the trademark market. He doesn't jeopardize the future. This is the first time I've really seen him go out and make a splash and say, this is our team. We have a chance. We have the best goaltender in the world. We have a solid decor with an all-star in Josh Morrissey, and we have really, really good forwards. And we nailed it with the Pierre-Luc Dubois trade. We got Connor, we got Ehlers, we got Velarde, who's going to be back, hopefully Scheifele. They got a really good team, Tim. And you add Sean Monahan, like you said, he's not going to be a main piece in this offense, but they needed depth. It's a pretty steep price to pay for depth, though. A first and a fourth, that's a lot to pay for a Sean Monahan, but I think it's worth it. I think you nailed it. There wasn't a lot of sentiment on the market. And someone really smart once said, you win Stanley Cups down the middle and on the back end. This helps them. This helps them immensely down the middle. Isn't that
must have been
that?
Frank. I think Frank said that. That sounds right.
Frank Saravalli. He's a smart dude. Smart cat.
Monahan, he's got 35 points in 41 games, so he's playing really well. And again, you might see that drop off because he's not going to get that number 1 line anymore. But he's very defensively sound. He wins most of his faceoffs, and if you like the advanced stats, he's second in the league in poke checks. I don't know how much weight that carries, but like he's got some pop to his game. So good pickup for them.
He's got some pop to his game because he poke checks a lot.
I'm saying he adds other things besides getting on the net, and getting on the scoreboard. And he's going to start between, Rick Bowness has already said, he's starting between Cole Perfetti and Nikolai Ehlers. Like that's
a pretty damn good line. That's
a great opportunity for him. So, yeah.
Those two guys are fun to watch. I've been watching a few Jets games recently, and boy, oh boy, those two guys. Ehlers has always been creative, energetic. He's just a water bug out there. And that Cole Perfetti, that kid's solid. He's a good player, and he's lightning quick, and he's got some good hands on him. But yeah, not a bad upgrade for Sean Monahan going to Ehlers and Perfetti. But yeah, I don't think this vaults them into the category of the Vancouver Canucks just yet, right? I think when you look in the West, there's the Knights. You can't discount them. They're the reigning Stanley Cup champions. And you got the Vancouver Canucks. And then I'll throw in the Avalanches because you always throw the Avalanche in there, even though I don't know why. Those three are the creme de la creme. And then I think a step behind is the Edmonton, and then we go to Winnipeg. There's some good teams in the West, Tim. It's going to be fun.